Fargo School Board is finalizing a plan to bring to voters for another school referendum. The district has called it their Facilities Planning 2.0 process. Voters said no to a $147 million referendum during a special election last fall. And Valley News Team's Ethan Kramer joins us live in studio to break down what that package entails. Ethan?
Yeah, Sydney, since the $147 million bond referendum failed back in 2023, the school district has been holding open houses and working to gather feedback from families in the district. The board decided all 13 projects discussed in the latest round of the information gathering will be included in the next referendum package, but it will be broken up into 3 questions. Let's take a look at those. Question 1 is for immediate needs within 1 to 5 years and comes at a price tag of more than $99 million. It includes completion of Heritage Middle School and Horace High School, adding multi-purpose rooms at West Fargo High School and Horace High School, and building an inclusive playground at the Early Childhood Center, as well as other items. Question 2 is anticipated needs elementary renovations, a new elementary school, acquisition of land, and a second expansion of space for early childhood special education programming. That total package is $58 million. Question 3, collaboration with West Fargo Youth Hockey and West Fargo Parks to expand the Veterans Memorial Arena. That total package is around $5 million. Now, if you have any questions about the package, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Joseph.